is alive with excitement. And the weather is absolutely gorgeous for today's game between the Clemson Tigers and the Oklahoma Sooners. Hi, everybody. Brad Nessler, Lee Corso, and Kirk Herbstreit here, ready and excited to bring you what appears to be another great gridiron matchup.
Oklahoma is going to have to be very successful in stopping this running game today if they want to win this game. This running back is amazing at making people miss, and if they let him get to the outside, they're in real trouble because this kid has some real speed.
Let's send it down to midfield for the Coke Zero coin toss. Both teams are lining up for the kickoff, and we're just about set to get this one underway. He'll return it from the 1. He's tackled at the 31. And here comes the quarterback onto the field, set to lead this offense for the first time today. They'll go to work at the 31-yard line. 4 wide. First down, look at the throw. Pressure coming, and he goes down. And they get a nice defensive play.
Now here's a play you don't see very often. That time they brought pressure from the corner position, and the line couldn't pick him up, and he was able to wrap the quarterback up for a sack. That's a good defensive call.
Yep, the defense was able to just suffocate the offensive line and get to the quarterback. Great play.
He drops back. He goes downtown.
Way to keep your head on a swivel, kid. That was a nice job of locating the football and knocking it down to prevent the completion.
Sure was, Coach. He put himself in great position to make a play.
Fires deep down the right side. Can't haul it in. So they couldn't pick up the long yardage, and now they'll have to punt.
It's a good hold by the defense on third down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. He's to the 40. Oh, what a hit. And he got good yardage on that one.
Yep, if that last guy didn't make the tackle, we'd be talking about 6 points right now.
One thing about this guy is how fluid of a runner. He's such a talent.
They'll go to work at the 39-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Single set backfield. And they use motion. Going to go across the middle. Caught. Nice tackle made there to bring him down. That one worked pretty well.
It's a good job here by the wide receiver to get open. He created good separation from the defense.
Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Hands it to the back, and he's got open field. Tackle at the 22-yard line. A gain of about 4 yards on the draw. It's second down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Hauls it in as he's pushed out of bounds. He's sure not afraid of throwing into the secondary, is he, Coach?
Hey, if I was as accurate as this kid is, I wouldn't be scared of any defense. You could triple cover everyone, and I'm still going to sling it in there.
Looks like they're going to make them nickel and dime them. Let's see if their play calling changes now that they're in the red zone for the first time. And it looks like they're going to bring some heat. Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver.
Number 9, the intended receiver on the play.
Second down, 5 yards from a touchdown. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Let it go, and it's caught for the touchdown. My goodness, guys, that was a spectacular play by the wide receiver.
The coach has gone to great lengths to shepherd his receivers, and we've seen the results on the field.
Oklahoma with a 6-point lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Here's the kick. He'll return it from the 3. Loose football. Scoops up the loose ball. Has some daylight. He's all the way. Touchdown.
This is why it is so important to secure the football. Otherwise, you end up giving it to the other team.
He splits the uprights for the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends it off. He'll take it from the 2. At the 30. Brought down at the 34-yard line. Well, let's see if the offense can make up for the misfortune they had just a few moments ago.
The last thing this offense wants to see is another scoop and score.
I know as a quarterback, it's always hard to watch the defense score a touchdown on you. But it was always a reminder to take extra care of the football.
At the 40. Inside the 30. Here's an opening. Touchdown! Great explosion, and he got it into the end zone in a flash.
Boy, this guy's got incredible speed, but his ability to find daylight is just as impressive.
See you later, sweethearts. This guy can fly, and there ain't nobody going to catch him from behind.
And he tacks on the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Clemson to kick this one off. Here's the kick. And down he goes at the 35-yard line. There was great blocking up front there, and that turned into a pretty good return.
You know, the kick coverage looks very slow in getting downfield, and that really gave this young man an opportunity to make a play.
There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. He's out of bounds at the 39-yard line. There's an injured player, and we'll try to find out who it is. It's 2nd down and 6 to go. Ball on their own 39. Well, as they take a look at that injury on the sideline, let's see what this backup can do at quarterback. Way to look it in.
They brought the middle linebacker on a blitz, and the quarterback got the ball out of his hands in time for a first down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Single set backfield. Pressure coming, and they get to him. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
2nd down, and they got 15 for the first down. Ball on the 44. They line up in the shotgun. He's at midfield, and they make the stop at the 47-yard line. A decent pickup that time.
And see, guys, that's when this offense is at their best. If they can connect on these intermediate patterns, they'll allow them to be a lot more creative on offense.
I'll tell you what, the quarterback was lucky to even get that one off. He really had some pressure in his face.
Brought down around the 28-yard line.
I talked to this receiver earlier in the week, and he comes up to me and says, "Yo, Coach, you're going to be calling my number this week. I'm going to make some big plays."
Well, he wasn't lying. That was definitely a big-time play.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Here's the halfback, and he's taken down right around the 24-yard line. So the draw to the halfback picks up 4. It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. And we got some fresh legs in there at tailback. Steps out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They completed it, but for a minimal gain.
It's not much, but at least it's positive yards.
Everybody on their feet. They want to see a stop right now. Catches it, and he's looking for more.
Well, the passing game is a lot easier for a quarterback when two corners aren't in coverage. I respect the gutsy call on the defensive side to blitz both corners, but it left them too vulnerable against the pass.
In the red zone again. Let's see if it'll be another touchdown. He'll get it again. Touchdown, OU.
What a run. He really looked explosive on his way to the end zone.
He's one of those guys that look a lot faster with the ball in his hands.
And he tacks on the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks off. He's to the 20. Gets to about the 34-yard line. They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6.
I think they'll continue to pound it out, Brad. This offensive line is doing a great job of blocking, and their running backs are finding all the holes.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. I agree. I think it'll keep pounding it in there until this defense can stop it.
That's a 2-yard loss.
Ball carrier. Loss of 2 on the play.
2nd and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 32-yard line. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Now he's scrambling. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's got room to work. They'll bring him down right around the 44-yard line. Well, guys, he's scrambling around out there, and they're having a lot of trouble bringing him down.
Hey, the secondary did their job in coverage, but they just couldn't contain the quarterback.
That's no easy task either, Coach. This guy has some pretty good feet, as we saw on that play.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Pickup of less than a yard on the play.
It's a good run blitz by the outside linebacker there. They shut down all the holes and kept this halfback from gaining many yards.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He heaves it to the end zone. Pass to a receiver. Touchdown.
What a great run after the catch by the wide receiver. You know his teammates have got to be fired up after that play.
I was thinking the same thing, Scooter.
And he tacks on the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Clemson is ready to kick it away. He sends it off. He'll return it from the 6. They'll bring him down at the 38-yard line. 6 points and a pretty display of passing was a result of their last drive. Kirk, do you expect the defense to take a different approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is trying just isn't working. But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, they might be able to force him into a mistake.
And he's taken down at the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, this receiver showed really good hands on that play.
This kid is always calling for the ball. And if he keeps making plays like that, he'll continue to get the ball.
Looks like we're going to have a good game on our hands after one. The score here in Death Valley is Oklahoma 21, Clemson 14. 3 wideouts here. And he's tackled right around the 48-yard line. 4-yard gain by the back. Second down and 6. Ball on the 48-yard line. Single set backfield. Straight in the middle, and he meets the defense. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3. They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Option right. They got to him, and he did not get the first down. No can do on that run. That'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, you're absolutely right. Those guys got in there and shut them down, and now they're all fired up.
It's 4th down, and they're going to try to go for it. They must be expecting something up the middle here. Dumps it complete over the middle. So they turn it over on downs, and that's a big boost for this defense.
In a close game like this one, it's big plays like this that can be the deciding factor.
And they've got the momentum now. Now let's see if they can put the ball in the end zone.
And they'll take over at midfield. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. And he pulls it down. Great concentration.
You know what you're supposed to do when you got 2 middle linebackers coming after you? Exactly what this kid just did.
They line up in the jumbo set. They'll bring him down around the 23-yard line. A nice 6-yard gain by the tailback there. They come out in a goal line set. Runs it and tackled in the backfield.
I'm curious to see if they have the guts to go to the ground again after that play.
I'd say go for it. Give this running back a chance to get in a rhythm.
That's a good point, Coach, but only if they can get some positive yards.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Scrambling around. Hauls it in as he's pushed out of bounds.
If this receiver wants to make it to the next level, those are the types of plays he'll have to make.
Absolutely. They love pass catchers that look the ball all the way into their hands and then tuck it away safely.
They didn't snap the ball in time.
Dead ball. Delay of game. On the offense.
So instead of moving forward, they'll move a few yards back.
Boy, I hate to see guys making dumb penalties like that.
The offense didn't get the play off in time.
Dead ball. Delay of game. On the offense.
There might have been some miscommunication down there.
And anytime there's a delay of game, it's usually because they were late getting the right personnel on the field.
So it's first down and an eternity. They line up in the shotgun.
Let's go.
He's on the run. Now he's going to run and watch out. Touchdown, Tigers. And that was a most impressive display of athleticism by any quarterback you'll ever see.
Well, Brad, you're exactly right. He's been throwing the football. He also has demonstrated the ability to run the ball.
Plain and simple, you guys. This kid makes plays, big plays, just like you did, Mr. Herbstreit, with the Buckeyes.
The extra point to tie this game up. He makes the PAT. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. And it's off. Down. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. They'll set up shop at the 31-yard line. We've got a 1st and 10. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. And he's taken down at the 38. A 7-yard run by the running back.
7-yard gain on the play.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Pressure coming, and he's sacked.
Kind of looked like he hesitated a little bit too much.
You're right, Kurt. The protection was good, but they're not going to hold him out there forever.
3rd and 9. Ball on their own 32. They line up with 1 running back in the backfield. 3 wide. It's complete. He's out of bounds at the 37. Doesn't get enough for the first down.
Yeah, nice job of making a few yards, but they got to be disappointed they didn't make the first down.
I actually like the play call here by the offense, but the defense does a nice job of shutting it down that time. Great play recognition by the D.
At the 40. Oh, what a hit. He almost took that thing all the way.
Boy, that was nicely executed there, wasn't it, Coach?
Yo, Kurt, did you see the lane they created there? Was that a nice job or what?
Backup tailback checks in now. Let's see if he gets some action. On the ground, left side. He's taken down around the 49-yard line. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
On the play.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 49. They come out in a goal line set. Runs it right and can't get away. Nice tackle. How about that call in this situation, guys?
No, not a good one. Let me tell you why. Here's a situation where you want to score and score quickly. That play didn't go anywhere, but it also hurt them in terms of lost time.
And he's taken down around the 35-yard line.
Good-looking arm by that quarterback. The defender was in man, so if he throws the ball behind the intended receiver on an out route, it could go the other way for 6. Nice throw and a 1st and 10.
He looks to throw on 1st down. Throws incomplete, intended for his wideouts.
That's what a good pass rush can do for you.
Yep, they got in the quarterback's face and made it tough on him to throw a good pass.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 35-yard line. Defense lines up with 8 men in the box. He throws. Knocked down, incomplete. There's an injured player, and we'll try to find out who it is. Third down now, and they need to get it to the 25. The defense comes out with 5 defensive backs this time. He scrambled. Runs with it, and he's got room. And they push him out around the 14-yard line. Third down has been the charm on this drive.
It's been all about execution. When it comes to calling the right play at the right time, they've been able to do it here.
First and 10. Ball on the 14. They got 6 the last time they were inside the 20. Let's see what they do here. He's on the run. Passes, and it's almost picked off.
I like the scheme the defensive coordinator came up with here. They were all over the place on that play and left the quarterback nowhere to throw it.
Then tell me, sweetheart, why did he try? Ha! Not a good decision at all.
Drops back to pass. Passes in, and it's picked off by the safety. He might have a chance. He gets hit out of bounds at the 32. It's the safety who's in the right place at the right time.
The quarterback has to know where the safety is when he makes this kind of throw. Right here, he just tried to force something that wasn't there.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 32. They line up with 1 running back in the backfield. 3 wide. Throws incomplete, broken up. He broke that one up nicely.
You know, that's just what happens when the ball is just out of reach for an interception. It gets tipped.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 32-yard line. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Calls it in, and they bring him down. 5 yards.
Not a bad play. They gained 5 yards out of it. Keep moving the defense back.
Throws incomplete. They got a hand on it. He almost had the completion.
Yeah, but the defense was ready and were able to get a hand on the pass and bring up 4th down.
It's away, and it's a booming punt. He's pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
Watch out for this defense. They've shown they can take advantage of the smallest of mistakes.
5 DBs on the field.
Let's go.
He chucks it downfield. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. There's an injured player, and we'll try to find out who it is. It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 27. 4 wide.
Let's go.
Fires deep down the left side. The defender had his hands on it, but it's incomplete.
Hey, this guy's got to forget about the drop. Remember, he was in good position to make a play.
Hey, that's a good call, Kirk. He should just forget about it.
It's 3rd down and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field.
He drops back. He sails it long. Oh, he had a shot at the pick. And we'll go into halftime here with a score all deadlocked.
At the end of the first half, the score is tied.
The teams are lined up, and we're just about ready to start this second half. Decent kick. He's to the 10. Gets to about the 27-yard line. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Ace backfield. Heavy pressure, and down he goes.
Ooh, he took a shot. They just let him go completely uninvaded to the quarterback.
That kid is lucky to be coherent after that hit. Wow!
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long. From the gun. And they bring him down for a sack on the play. Pretty impressive pass rush right there.
Well, they're definitely using that crowd noise to their advantage here as they make another big sack.
So the sack makes this 3rd and very long. They line up in an I. Lets it go. Almost picked off.
That's a fantastic defensive effort.
Yeah, the deflection prevented them from getting any yards, and now it's 4th down.
He really got a hold of that one. Oh, hit as he caught it.
Well, the coverage team did their job and made the play. Let's see if the defense can continue the effort.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. They'll use a 4-4 defense here. They go to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield. And that was not a good call offensively.
Nah, not a good call, only because they lost yardage. I'll tell you, I've seen plays like this where the tailback breaks one and goes for a touchdown.
You're right, Lee. You can never tell.
Ends it off. And he's tackled at the 48. That's a 3-yard pickup.
Good pressure from the defense. They brought the heat. Wasn't much room for the running back to work with.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation.
Looks to pass. Caught. He's tackled at the 36-yard line. So on 3rd down, he finds his receiver and gets a big gain.
Yeah, we saw these guys on Wednesday in practice, and they ran this play over and over for about 20 minutes.
Well, if you can get it right in practice, then you usually can get it right in the game as well.
He's at the 30. To the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown. And guys, in the blink of an eye, he was gone.
Yo, you're going to need an army to stop this kid, Kurt.
Woo! You said it, Coach. This guy has some serious speed. That is a clutch touchdown. Tie game, and they find a way to put it in for 6. I know there's a lot of time left, but that was a big one.
Tacks on the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Clemson to kick this one off. He sends it downfield. He was
wasn't breaking that tackle. What a hit.
They're just about ready to get this drive started. After their last series had some promise, but it ended with a punt. 3 wideouts here. Hands it to the back. Tackle at the 39-yard line. A good 10 yards on the pickup.
Gain of 10 on the play.
Second and less than a yard. Ball on the 39-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers. So the pass was complete for a gain of 5 on the play, and that's good enough for a first down.
And this turned out to be a good call against this defense. They sent all the linebackers on the blitz, and the quarterback made a good throw on the play to get a first down.
They go with a run. And he makes it out to about the 44-yard line. Maybe got 2 feet on the play.
On the play.
Second down, 10 yards to go. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. Little handoff.
He's gobbled up in the backfield.
From a defensive coordinator standpoint, it can really help out your scheme when you get excellent run support by the corner.
Not only does this kid tell him not to throw to his side, he's telling him not to run to his side. Yo.
He drops back. He's got it with room to run. He just couldn't juke the defender, and he's brought down. On 3rd and long, they get the first down, but was it close?
Close or not, what a relief it is to the quarterback to have a new set of downs to work with.
Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen.
Takes a handoff inside and stopped immediately. That'll be a 2-yard gain.
There was no room for the halfback to go anywhere right there.
That was a design run blitz by the middle linebacker, and they played the run about as well as you could.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation.
And he's tackled at the 26-yard line. And a pretty smart call right there.
You're absolutely right. The reason why this play worked is that the play action froze the defense just enough to allow the receiver to get open.
There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense.
Looking left, finds his fullback. And they make the stop at about the 15-yard line. Nice pass play.
This is something they like to run. A little pass to the fullback. Here he has a little wiggle room and gets a nice pickup.
The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field.
And they get him in the backfield for a loss. They didn't let him get anything going on that play.
No, they didn't. Heck, they didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
10th play of the drive. Second down. Single back set. 3 wide receivers.
Straight ahead on the give. There's nowhere to run, though. Gain of less than a yard on the play.
The blitz was pretty effective on that play, Coach.
Yep, they plugged up the holes well, so the back was not able to go very far.
They line up with 1 running back in the backfield. 3 wide.
End zone. There he goes.
And there isn't anyone who's going to catch this cornerback.
And he will score.
And just like that, they make it a 2-possession game.
They really took the pressure off themselves there. That was a great return for a touchdown, and it gives them some breathing room on defense.
Yeah, this offense has a lot of work to do now. They're really going to have to fight to get back in this ball game.
He makes the PAT.
Clemson to kick this one off. He kicks it. Fielded at the 4. Oh, he got tattooed on that one.
The quarterback comes back on the field, and I'm sure he's hoping to make up for that interception on the last drive.
That interception really hurt their last drive. They were moving the ball really well down the field.
Turnovers are so frustrating. I still don't think the last one was the quarterback's fault, but they need to avoid giving the ball away.
Brought down at the 40-yard line.
If they keep this up, they're not going to see a third down all drive.
They're just 1 quarter away. The score here in Death Valley is
Clemson 35, Oklahoma 21. They shift on the defensive line. High formation here. And they use motion.
gets it off as he's hit. Complete.
I'll tell you what, this defensive coordinator is not afraid to send the house. He brought every linebacker, and the quarterback was still able to convert the first down.
Ace backfield. He tries to juke, but they bring him down. He picks up 4 yards on the carry. It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 42-yard line. They'll work from the shotgun. Batted away. That was a dangerous throw.
Oh, not a very good decision. He's got to either throw this one away or take a sack. You don't want to go back to the sideline and have a discussion with the old ball coach if that had been an interception.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field.
Here's the option. Tackle at the 43-yard line.
And that won't be enough for the first down.
Great job here in shutting down the run. That's a real boost for this team.
So it's 4th down, and the offense is still on the field. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field.
He drops back. Stays in bounds to make a nice catch.
They're staying alive, Kurt.
Yep, but barely. That was a clutch play on 4th down. But they are still down a couple of scores, and it's going to take some work for this team to get back into this game.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. One-man backfield. And they motion a guy to the left. Flips it middle to the running back. And he's taken down
around the 22-yard line.
Good gain on the pass to the running back.
This young man is becoming more and more part of this passing game. He does a great job of making guys miss after the catch.
Here's the 8th play of the series. First down. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen.
They try to run it inside and hammer down. Just about 3 yards there.
And the ball carrier wasn't getting away from that tackle.
No way. That was a spectacular hit by the defender.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. 2nd down. They're in the red zone, but that doesn't necessarily mean points. Last time, they got intercepted. Straight in the middle, and he meets the defense.
He gains a couple of yards on the carry.
It's 3rd and 4.
This is the 10th play of this drive.
They line up in the shotgun, 3 wide.
Dangerous throw, and it's picked off. That's a great tackle at the 8-yard line.
Wow, this defensive back has great hands. Maybe they should try him at receiver.
First down, 10 to go.
They line up in the jumbo set. Runs it right and can't get away. Nice tackle. The running back gets a yard, maybe less.
Gain on the play.
Second down and 9 to go. They line up in the shotgun. He drops back. We've got a safety.
That's going to cost them 2 points.
And they'll lose possession of the ball as well, Kirk. Not what you'd like to see if you're an offensive coordinator.
He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 49. He got the team pumped up with that return.
Oh, boy, he sure did. And that's the perfect, beautiful thing about special teams, my friend. It's beautiful.
He almost had it, but it's incomplete.
I love it when they look at their hands after a drop, as if their hands should have done something different.
That's kind of the same look you give your golf club sometimes, right, Coach?
3 wideouts here. The senior makes the catch. He's taken down at the 41-yard line.
Very solid gain through the air. I'm impressed with the poise of this quarterback and the ability of the receiver to keep his concentration and get his hands on the football.
And it's the senior. Tackle made at about the 23-yard line. Not a bad pickup that time.
Yeah, but let me tell you the reason why this play worked. The defense came with pressure, but they couldn't quite get to the quarterback. I mean, he made them pay right there.
And it's knocked down. And a great job that time on defense.
Good job here, but let me tell you something. That wideout was left out to dry that time. Whew.
Second and 10. Ace backfield. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Oklahoma. So he couldn't find any receivers and just took off and ran it in himself.
Brad, you're absolutely right. Excellent job of coverage there, but they forgot about one guy. That's why the quarterback is so dangerous in college football. He can kill you running the football.
He makes the PAT. So with less than 2 to go in the fourth quarter, the score is Clemson 35, Oklahoma 30. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Here's the onside. And down he goes at the 45. And now the offense comes on the field, and I think they're hoping for a little better result this time around.
And the last time these guys had the ball, they gave up a safety.
Yeah, they just couldn't contain all that defensive pressure. But it's always hard to take a safety. That's pretty embarrassing for the offense.
And they make the stop at midfield, a 5-yard gain. We've got a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 50. They're packed in tight on the line. On the ground, big opening. Tackle around the 45-yard line. What a critical first down as time ticks away.
Huge, huge first down. The defense desperately needed a stop there.
They line up in the jumbo set. They'll give it off here. And he's taken down at the 41. That's 4 yards on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play. The defense calls a timeout.
2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 41-yard line. EA Sports and Russell Athletic would like to congratulate today's players of the game. Nice job, guys. They give to the tailback. And he's tackled around the 26-yard line. An impressive first down run, and man, he was flying.
That was almost Adios, sweetheart. You better take a good angle on this kid, or else he is gone.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. They're packed in tight on the line. Someone down there just a little bit slow to get up.
Timeout called by the defense.
It's second down and 6 to go. Ball on the 22. They come out in a goal line set. Give to the tailback. He tackles him for a loss.
That was a huge play by these guys. A nice loss on the play, and they're feeling fired up right now.
Yeah, the offense coordinator might want to think about mixing it up and going to the air here.
They go to the ground and he stopped short. The offense went the way we thought they would. Try to grind it out on third down. Didn't work.
Hey, they're winning. Now it's time to put the trust in your defense to perform well.
It's up, looks long enough, and it splits the uprights. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Kicks it away. And he's tackled at the 30-yard line. Guys, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
This is not an easy situation to have to take over with practically no time left on the clock.
Especially when you have to get the ball into the end zone, Coach. We'll be seeing the prevent defense from here on out.
And this will be pretty much it for this offense. They need to capitalize on this possession. They line up in an I. And he's hit immediately. Gain of 9.
This is pretty much it now. Fourth down and no time left.
Gets it out complete again to his tight end. They must have seen something in the defense because that was the exact same play as the one they ran before.
Exactly the same play. The defense better make some adjustments because right now there's a mismatch that the offense is taking advantage of.
And so that's going to do it. Our final score in this one, Clemson 38, Oklahoma 30. As we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance, Kirk, let's get your final thoughts on this one.
I was impressed with both teams out there, but the difference in this game came down to execution and playing mistake-free football. Oklahoma had a lot of chances in this one, but a number of costly mistakes squandered those opportunities. Eliminate the errors, and this one could have gone the other way.
Folks, that's going to wrap up another broadcast of NCAA Football 09. We'd like to thank all of you for playing, and we hope you'll join us again real soon. Brad Nessler saying goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.